In this video, we will walk you through how to build and demo your first machine learning model. We will be developing a model for the MNIST digit classifier dataset. Here's what the end result will look like. To get started, we're going to be running our code in a Google Colab notebook. The notebook and all of the relevant code is going to be linked in the description below. First, we're going to be installing the Gradio library. The Gradio library will allow us to demo the model we built today by adding a couple of lines of code. After that's finished installing, the next step is to load a dataset of handwritten digits, along with corresponding labels. We can do this using the TensorFlow library like this, where we've downloaded the data and rescaled it so that it's ready to serve as the input to the neural network. Now let's train a simple neural network. We can do this quite easily with the Keras submodule within TensorFlow. We define the architecture of our model, which consists of a single hidden layer with 128 neurons. We then compile the model with an appropriate loss function, optimizer, and choose which metrics to display during training. With this final line, we finally train our model. If you run this, you'll see in the output, we roughly train our model to a 97% accuracy on the validation dataset. Now, how do we use the model we just built? Let's create a user interface around our model using the Gradio library. The Gradio library requires you to define three things: a prediction function, an input UI component, and an output UI component. In our case, we'll be using the built-in sketchpad component for the input and the label component for the output. You'll notice here that we set live equal to true, which allows us to get real-time predictions from our model. And also we set capture session equal to true, which is needed for backwards compatibility with TensorFlow 1. To launch our interface, we do this simply by calling interface.launch. Now you'll see a UI pop up and you can start making predictions. You can simply start drawing on the sketchpad to play around with the model. You can also set share equals to true to launch a public link that you can share with anyone. And just like that, we've trained and created an interface for our machine learning model. You can also screenshot and check the latency of your model here. For more tutorials and more information on the Gradio library, visit gradio.app.